Hello, dear friends. How are you doing today? As we progress on our spiritual path, we might find that a lot of things in our life begin to change, and sometimes quite dramatically. And we might wonder, am I going mad? So let's look at some of these things today and see if we can gain more clarity about them. Number 1, social interactions become less. As you progress on your spiritual path, you might find that you prefer spending time by yourself rather than meeting friends or attending other social gatherings. And this can be a hard one to make sense of, because according to traditional psychology, having friends and other social connections is considered to be vital for your health and your well-being. But you might find that you just don't feel the need to be around other people so much. And when you are, you sometimes even feel uncomfortable. Why is that? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like, subscribe to my channel. My channel is dedicated entirely to supporting each other in waking up to the truth of who we really are. It would be wonderful if you can join our family today. Social interactions in this world are mainly based on treating each other and perceiving each other as a separate person. But when you wake up, you remember that we are all one. There's only one consciousness. And you can no longer play into this illusion of separation. Some people report that they feel lonely in the beginning because they don't fit in with their social circles anymore. But the more you deepen your recognition, the opposite will actually happen. How can you feel alone when you are one with everything and everyone? You don't need to be physically around people to feel connected. It is what you are already. As you progress on your spiritual path, outgrowing your friends is natural. You are no longer the person they used to know, and they might feel uneasy around the new self, so you naturally drift apart. But you don't necessarily lose something. Whenever you release something old, you make space for something new. And on your path, you will certainly come across people that are more like-minded and that share your seeing. And the quality of these encounters will be different because they are no longer based on the tendencies of the person, like neediness or loneliness. Number 2, you lose interest in all other things. As you deepen your inquiry, you might find that you lose interest in all the other things that you used to do. Perhaps you were really into exercise, running, cycling, or traveling, or creating things. And now you find that all these things have lost their attraction. You are pure consciousness. And the more you realize this, the more your priorities will change. And also your activities. Of course, you will still exercise to keep your body healthy, but the motivation is different. It is no longer an outlet for the new roses of the person. Previously, you might have pursued these activities in order to achieve a certain goal, participate in a marathon or race, give structure to your day, give meaning to your life, feel better about yourself, defy boredom. All of these are the neuroses of the person. Spiritual awakening, however, drives you to the realization that you are perfect the way you are. There is no need to add banners or trophies. And this truth makes you feel totally at peace with what is and just as you are. Number 3, there is an uninterrupted flow of contentment. Contentment is the essence of spiritual awakening. According to psychology or traditional study of mind, it is believed that we need to put into place all these things in order to achieve contentment. But really, it is our natural state. When we are conditioned to believe that we are a person, we come to believe that contentment or happiness relies on something else. Something we need to achieve or acquire or do, or another person. But then we come to realize that these things are unreliable and they do not last forever. So we buy into this idea that happiness can only ever be achieved over short periods in life. But we are greatly shortchanging ourselves when we believe this. Contentment is your natural state. So what causes the interruption of contentment? Emotions like fear, anxiety, anger, rejection. But with awakening, you're much less disturbed by emotions because you see them for what they are, caused by projections of the mind into the past, into the future, by the labeling of this present moment or an experience as either good or bad. You can see that everything is consciousness, the so-called good and bad. And everything is inherently striving towards recognizing the self. The true self only knows the present moment. So projections into the past or future become less and less. Number 4, you have no enemies in this world. When we awaken spiritually, we find that there is no separation between people. All that exists is consciousness. We are all one. We know this intuitively. This is why we feel compassion for other beings and love, why we want to support and help each other. What is the gain of that rationally? It is our intuition that guides us, our knowing that we are all connected. And if one of us suffers, it will affect us all. Conflict arises out of the belief that we are separate, that we need to defend our rights, our space, our opportunities. But when that separation between the I and the other person falls away, what enemy is there? When we awaken, we come to see how life is like a playground in which we experience all these scenes and encounters that we either label as negative or positive, but in essence, they are all here to help our awakening. When we are put into a difficult situation in life, it is there to highlight certain tendencies or ways of acting that are still based on the belief in the person, so that we can overcome this. This is why it feels uncomfortable. Hunger feels uncomfortable so that we feed our body and continue to live. In the same way, conflict feels uncomfortable so that we can see what we are still holding on to and become more free. All things that happen in life are tailor-made opportunities for us to pierce through layers of misconception and to realize the truth of who we really are. So they are all benevolent and in support of us. May we all be open in heart and mind to hear these good news and glorious truths of life, so that it can take root in our life and lead us to the end of suffering speedily. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please press like, and if you like, subscribe to my channel. See you soon.